Well, it's exciting to really, if you have diabetes, you really want to listen closely because I know what you've been told. I know you've been told to take a statin drug. I know you've been told that there's no cure, but there is, as long as you listen closely and follow what I'm saying. This is what I learned at Johns Hopkins almost 25 years ago. And I'm going to tell you another part of this story at Stanford University with Dr. John Cooke. I was studying with Dr. Dellon, and I came to the realization that there was more to Dr. Dellon's story than the chemistry he had taught me. And I said that to Dr. Dellon one day, and he said, "Why don't you figure it out?" And thank God he asked me that question because that put me on a quest, a mission, which I found Dr. Cooke, who wrote a seminal article in the Circulation Journal in 2004. And what he was saying, and I'll go into the chemistry a little later, but it was a very novel molecule. I text Dr. Cooke and I said, "Dr. Cooke, you have a great article. I think it has everything to do with Dr. Dellon's theory at Johns Hopkins." He called me on the phone 2 hours later. He did a literature search. He said, "No one's thought of that. Come up to Stanford, work with me," which I did. I worked with him. I used his molecule with my patients, and I found that his molecule is a link between every other neuropathy throughout the body. When I say neuropathy, most people don't realize neuropathy is not just to the lower extremity or maybe to the upper extremity. Neuropathy means a problem with nerves. That's what it means. So you can call autism the hypoglossal nerve, the nerve that innervates the tongue, which delays speech. That's a neuropathy. There's a cause. Right now, there are 1 in 20 births in the world, and specifically the United States, that have that syndrome of autism. Now we call it spectrum disorder. When I started looking at that problem in 2000, it was 16 births per 10,000. Today, it's 1 in 20. This is a national disgrace. This is a pandemic. The virus, although deadly, was probably mainly affecting older diabetics. This is affecting our youth. And this is a very important story. So I want to tell you how I think of autism as the inflammation of the hypoglossal nerve. That's the nerve that runs to your tongue. Now you say, a podiatrist talking about autism? No, not a podiatrist talking about autism. A person who's studied with the best people in the world who have taught me peripheral neuropathy, biochemistry, embryology, and all of the scientists. I'm just applying my knowledge to their field in something from a different point of view. This is a very exciting topic for me, as it should be for you, because this is preventable. And the answer is sugar. In a few minutes, I'll tell you the rest of the story and how that happens.